So Ronnie White's wanted $1,500 to replace my brakes and rotors, just the brakes and rotors on my 2500, which is the heavy duty truck. Also found out that my brake calipers are a little worse for wear, so do it all yourself. I have charge accounts for my commercial accounts at Advanced Auto Parts and all those places, so no money out of pocket. And this is not that hard. Obviously, you get your wheel off. That's pretty self-explanatory. It does take some effort, but this is basically, everything's put together right here for your brakes. So you have your bolts here and here, which is for your whole caliper assembly. These are your nuts right here and bolts for to take this off just for your brakes, but we're taking this whole thing off. This is your brake supply fluid line. So you want to get that broken loose. Here we go. And then you're going to come in here. In this case, on my Silverado, it's a 1316. And I already got these broken loose with the breaker bar because they were seized on there. Look at that rust and stuff seized on there pretty well. Then you got one down here, which can be a little tricky to reach. Yep, that thing definitely on there. All right. Here we go. Now, you want to work this off. This is the whole assembly. You got a towel. This is the whole brake and caliper assembly, as you can see. Nice, solid, heavy piece, that's for sure. And you want to do a good job of controlling how much fluid you get on surfaces. You don't really want to get this brake fluid on any surfaces if you can avoid it. So I try to do a good job with that. Then you have your rotor. These are notorious for not wanting to come out. So let me grab the impact. Sometimes the impact will get it loose. You work it to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. Then it'll come out. Now, and this will be another part that can be challenging. So let's see here. Let me grab this towel here. Go grab the either my little mini sledge or the yellow bar. I like the little mini sledge if you can. Or run over and grab my the big blue hammer. So these rotors will get seized on here. It's supposed to be loose right now, but they get seized on there and it'll take some convincing to get it off, which we're about to do in a second here. Now, when you're doing this, you want to be careful with your threads, not to hit them. You hit any of your threads, then you won't be able to get your lug nuts back on there. So you want to be careful that your lug nuts can go back on there really easily. If you're not confident in yourself on this step, just put your lug nuts on there, break it loose, and then pull your lug nuts off to take your rotor off. Okay, so, you know, a couple good places. If you're going to be reusing your rotors, which I'm not, you want to avoid hitting in this area. You want to hit here. I'm not going to be reusing this. Usually right here, which is why I said be careful of your threads. Give it a couple taps, turn it around. And that whole assembly will just come right off. Spin that around a few times. Listen carefully to see if your ball bearings are bad. These sound fine. When you're under here, check, you know, all your different components, your struts, you know, all your bushings, your tie rod ends, so on and so forth. Make sure everything looks okay, because while you have the truck opened up, it's easier to do it now than later.